Hello students, today we will see the first unit of data communication and networking. Introduction to data communication and networks. In this, first we will see the characteristics of data communication. In this definition of data communication can exchange of data between two computers via some form of transmission medium such as a wire, cable is called as a data communication. Characteristics. First, correct delivery. The system must deliver data to the correct destination. Second, accuracy. The data sent must be received in the same form as the one in which it was sent. Data that have been altered in transmission and left uncorrected are unusable. Third, timeline. The data must travel from the sender to receiver in a finite amount of time. Fourth, jitter. Jitter refers to the variation in packet arrival of time. Now we will see the briefly different forms of data representation. There are number of the types of data are there, and each one data is represented in different forms. So first, numbers. Numbers are represented by which pattern different numbering systems are binary, octal, decimal and hexadecimal. Usually numbers are represented with binary bits 0 and 1s. Next, text. In data communication, text is represented as a bit pattern only, that is a zeros and ones. A sequence of zeros and ones, different set of bit patterns have been designed to represent a text symbol. Third, images. Images are also represented with bit patterns, and image is composed of a matrix of pixels, where each pixel is a small dot. The size of pixel depends on the resolution of the image. There are several methods to represent a color image. One method is the RGB and another one method is the YCM. Next data form, audio. Audio refers to the recording and broadcasting of a sound or a music. It is continuous, not discrete. Even when we use a microphone to change voice or music to an electric signal, we create a continuous signal. Video. Video refers to recording or broadcasting of pictures or a movie. Now we will see some definitions. First is the switching. The mechanism of moving information between various networks and network segment is called a switching technique. Node. In a communication network, a node is a point where more than two branches meet. Third is link. A link is communication pathway that transfer data from one device to another device. Branch. The branch of communication network is a transmission medium which is either a wire or a radio channel. Fifth, network. It is defined as a collection of nodes interconnected by transmission medium carrying information bearing signal in electrical or optical forms. Now we will see the different parameters meet to network criteria. First is the performance. Performer can be measured in many ways, including transient time and response time. Transient time is the amount of time required for a message to travel from one device to another. Response time is the elapsed time between the inquiry and response. Second is the reliability. In addition to accuracy of delivery network, reliability is measured by the frequency of failure. The time it takes a link to recover from a cellular. Security. Network security issue including protecting data from unauthorized access, protecting data from the damage and development, and implement policies and procedure for recovery from unauthorized access and the data losses. Now we will see the different flow in communication. Communication between two devices can be simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. In that, first is the simplex. The communication is unidirectional. Only one of the two devices on a link can transmit, the other can only receive. Keyboard to computer monitor data transmission is a simple example of this. Other examples like radio and TV. The figure is shown below here, that is the simplex. Half duplex. In half duplex mode, both stations can transmit data but not at the time. When one device is sending data, the other can only receive it, and vice versa. Example of half duplex communication are conversation over the walkie-talkie. The diagram is shown here. Full duplex. In full duplex mode, both stations can transmit data at the same time. It means that both devices are capable of sending as well as receiving data at the same time. One example of a full duplex communication is a telephone network. When two peoples are communicating via the telephone line, both can talk and listen at the same time. Now we will see the different components of the data communication. This one is the diagram, and this question you are getting for the 5 marks. First is the message. The message is the information or data to be communicated. The information including numbers, text, images, audio, and video. Sender. The sender is the device sends data message. It can be computer, telephone, handset, video, cameras, and so on. Receiver. The receiver is the device that receives the message. It can be computer, telephone, handset, television, and so on. Transmission medium. The transmission medium is the path by which a message travels from sender to receiver. Some example of transmission mediums are twisted pair wire, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, and radio waves. Fifth, protocol. Protocol is a set of rules that govern data communication. It represents an agreement between the communicating device. Now in communication they are using the different types of connections. In that point-to-point connection and multi-point connection is there. Point-to-point connection provides a dedication link between two devices as shown in below diagram. Multi-point. Multi-point connection is one in which more than two specific devices share a single link as shown in below figure. Now there is a different standard organizations are there, which one is used for the data communication. International Standards Organization, that is the ISO. The ISO is a multinational body whose membership is drawn mainly from the standards creation committee of various governments throughout the world. International table. Second, International Telecommunication Union Telecommunication Standards Sector. The United Nations are responded by forming as part of its International Telecommunication Union. A committee, the Consultative Committee for International Telegraphy and Telephony. This committee was devoted to the researcher and establishment of standards for telecommunication. Next, American National Standard Institute. It is private non-profit organization that does not have any director with the US federal government. However, all and ANSI projects are undertaken for the social benefits of US citizens. Fourth, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. The IEEE is the largest professional engineering society in the world. Next, Electronic Industries Association. Aligned with ANSI, the Electronic Industries Association is a non-profit organization devoted to the promotion of electronic manufacturing concerns. Now, we'll see the list of the topologies and advantages of each one. Network topology defines how various computer or nodes are connected to one another. There are total six topologies are listed. First, bus topology, star topology, ring topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and hybrid topology. Now we will see the advantages of bus topology. Bus topology is easy to install and use less cable. Expansion and area configuration is of bus topology are very easy. Cellular of any node does not affect Failure of any node does not affect the network operation. The bus architecture is simple and reliable. Now we will see the advantages of ring topology. First, ring topology is easy to reconfigure and install. It is easy to use optical fiber transmission medium. Message routing is simple since only one message path is possible. Advantages of star topology. First, it is cheaper than mesh topology. It is relatively only easy to install, maintain and reconfiguration. Link fails has no effect on the rest of the network. Fault identification is easy. Now we will see the advantages of mesh topology. First, it does not have traffic condition problem as there are dedicated links are available. Link failure has no effect on the rest of the network. Third, fault identification is easy. Since links are not shared, data security is better in the mesh topology. Next, advantages of star tree topology. First, tree topology is cheaper than mesh topology. It is relative easy to install and maintain and reconfigure. Link failure has no effect on the rest of the network. Fault identification is easy. Now we will see the explanations about different topologies. First, we will see the bus topology. Bus topology consists of a single transmission medium. A tap is connector that connects the node with the metallic core of the bus via drop lines. Messages are broadcasted along the whole bus. In order to receive a transmission, the workstation must be able to recognize its own address. Communication is bidirectional on the bus. Any station can transmit to any other station. Bus systems are faster and simpler than other topologies. In the bus topology, communication between two stations takes place directly without interface from any other station. Ring topology. The diagram is shown as below. In ring topology, each node is directly connected to its two adjacent neighbors. Data is accepted from one of the neighboring nodes and transmitted to another. In ring topology, the direction of communication is unidirectional, means in only one direction data will be flow. Data travels from node to node around the ring. In order to receive messages, each workstation must be capable of recognizing its own address and receives the message meant for it. When the message arrives back at the sender, this mark can serve as an acknowledgement that the message was correctly received. The sending node removes the message. Star topology. In star topology, there is a central node is called as a hub. If a node wants to send some data to another node, it sends it to this hub. The hub sends it to the appropriate node. The hub receives a frame from the incoming link and routes the frame to all outgoing links. Mesh topology. Mesh topology is also called as a complete topology. It In this topology, each node is connected to every other node by direct link as shown in a figure. This is simple but most important topology as the number of connections required is huge, and this topology is impractical. To connect all devices to all other devices, it requires n in bracket n minus 1 divided by 2 physical links. This also meant that every node must have n minus 1 IO ports. For example, if there is a 10 nodes are there, then network requires 45 physical links. Now we will see the tree topology. Tree topology is an extension of a star topology. Tree has a hierarchy of various hubs like branches in a tree as shown in a below figure. In this case, every node is connected to some node. Only a few nodes are connected directly to the central hub. The central hub is an active hub which performs regeneration of incoming bits. The tree topology also contains many secondary hubs which may be active hubs or passive hubs. Next, hybrid topology. Hybrid topology use two or more topologies as shown below figure. Bus, star, ring topology are used to create a hybrid topology. There are multiple ways in which this can be created. Now we will see the different switching techniques. So first one is the circuit switching. For the circuit switching, the diagram is shown as below. Circuit switching is only called a connection oriented service in the case of circuit switching. A direct physical connections path is established between two computers. It is a technique used in telephone system. Here, a physical path is set up and a technique used in telephone system. Here, a physical path is set up and maintained between the source and destination for the entire duration of the call. The connection between the source and destination is used only by two communicating parties until they decide to stop. In this circuit switching communication, there is a main three phases are there. So first one is a circuit establishment. Before any data can be transmitted, an end-to-end circuit must be established. Second, data transfer. Signals are transmitted from source station through a network to destination station. The data may analog or digital. Generally, data may be transmitted in both direction. Third phase is a circuit disconnect. After some period of data transfer, the connection is terminated usually by the action of one of the two stations. Now we will see the packet switching. In the diagram for the packet switching as shown here, so number of the packets takes the different path for the traveling to reach the destination. Packet switching does not have any predefined path from output to input port of the destination, the unit of data packet. In a packet switching network contains a source and a destination address. The packet switching has the standard switching technology for computer to computer communication. In packet switching, data are transmitted as the discrete blocks called as a packet, which are potentially variable length. Each packet contains data to be transferred and also the control informations such as the sender address and destination address. When a packet arrives at a packet switch, it is stored and then transferred later. This means that the arrival time of packet is not a factor in determining the destination of the packet. Since the switch does not contain a predefined delivery path based on the timing scheme. In a packet switch, there are two types of packet switching are used. First, datagram approach or a connectionless packet switching. Second, virtual circuit approach or connection oriented packet switching. Now we will see the comparison between the LAN and WAN. So LAN is a local area network, metropolitan area network. In LAN, systems are close to each other in LAN. Networks which connect different organizations. LAN, limited coverage about up to 2 miles or 2500 meters. Limited coverage about 100 miles or 200 kilometers. In LAN, high speed of data transfer, typically 10, 20, 100 and 1000 megabits per second. In WAN, the typically speed is 100 megabits per second. In LAN, locally installed with a twisted pair, fiber optic cable and wireless. MAN, locally installed based on the common carrier. LAN, used mainly for by fixing desktop computer and portable computers and smartphones. MAN, used mainly by desktop and mini computers. Now difference between the LAN and WAN. LAN means a local area network, WAN is a wide area network. The LAN system are close to each other in LAN. Two or more LANs are connected. In LAN, the limited coverage area is there, that is up to 2500 meters. In WAN, unlimited range usually. High speed you are getting in LAN, that is a 10, 100 and 1000 bits per second. WAN is slow, about 1.5 megabits per second. LAN is locally installed with a twisted pair cable, fiber optic or a wireless. This WAN is locally installed based on the common carrier. LAN used mainly by fixed desktop computers and portable computers and smartphones. WAN can be used by any device. So these are the comparison of the LAN and WAN. It comes for the 5 marks. Now we will see the difference between ring topology and bus topology. This one is also comes for the 5 marks. Bus topology. Bus required proper termination. Ring topology, termination is not required. Bus is passive network topology. Ring is an active network topology. Third, there is a loss of data integrity as the bus length increases. Transmission error are minimized because of transmitting signal in a ring generate at each node. Fourth, it uses a point-to-multipoint communication link. It uses point-to-point communication links. In bus topology, if portion of the bus topology breaks down, then whole network is down. If node in ring fails, the whole ring network will be fail. Cost of a cable is less. In ring topology, cost of cable is more. So these are the differences in bus topology and ring topology.